This is Zeus, Angel Mystic Tarot, and we're just chilling today. I come on here and let you guys chat respectfully in the comments. I do have very strict settings on in the comments, so behave yourselves. But yes, today I will pull a collective reading for you guys, and especially if you guys are not interested in the fake woo-woo stuff. And I know what it's like, you know, to have a difficult situation and come on and see someone talking about carefree, la-la relationships when the world is literally a dumpster fire right now. Okay, the dating scene is a dumpster fire. The economy is challenging right now. So this is a space for us to be honest. And hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday wherever you are in the world. And I will pull a collective energy. Feel free to put it in the chat respectfully what you guys are going through in your relationship or in your life right now. And yes, I come on here to be straightforward and to, you know, talk about whatever's going on with you guys, because I feel like you don't get a chance to do that in normal tarot readings. And let's see what we have from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. We'll pull some cards from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle and see, hello, what comes out. Let me know, you guys, because basically most people come to YouTube Tarot for a relationship that's not going well, or if you're still heartbroken, or to know about the ex, or I've been single a long time, what's happening, right? And really the only way to get real answers is to deep dive. You guys have the answers. You guys have all the answers that you need. Trickery, I hate that. I do not like that. Okay, so some people who come to this live could be dealing with some tricksters, okay? This is also about coming out of a victim mindset, because if you believe in manifestation, you will create a scenario if you believe it. So trickery, healing the heart chakra from trickery or from manipulation. The color green is for the heart with the chakras there. What else do we have coming out? Whoa, we have a lot coming out. We'll get the tarot as well. Perception, shift your perception. This is all about healing the heart chakra right now. That's what's coming through. We have, like I said before, perception. So if you were dealing with some trickery or, you know, some deceit in your relationships here, try and look at it differently, okay? Because what it is that my eyes are opened to the truth now. I can't be deceived anymore. Thank you so much, Source, for this valuable lesson. Because everything is a lesson. Everything is a story that we tell ourselves, perception. So let's say that you were dealing with a narcissist or with a slippery person or a tricky person, or, you know, maybe it's just been challenging in your relationships. And so we're trying to get through this hard time, okay? Hard times. And your heart is saying, I have to look at things differently if I want to keep moving on. If I want to keep soldiering on in my life, then I got to think about this differently. I do, or I'm going to keep having the same experience with different people. So I feel like this is heavily saying, let's get out of the victim mindset. Let's just realize that if there was something bad that happened, that it was a lesson and it's teaching me. We are still in Libra season, so we have balance here. Hey guys, let me know in the comments what you guys are going through right now. Keep it respectful, of course. Balancing out the heavy heart, balancing out what you're feeling. Also, potentially, we had another card here, self-worth, balancing being seen in a relationship with having self-worth. And we have the orange, which I believe is the, oh my God, I'm always forgetting. I feel like that's the root chakra. Let's take a look. I'm always forgetting which one is orange. But yes, so balancing self-worth and boundaries with your perception. How do we see? But also potentially how much we give in relationships. Sacral chakra. So sacral chakra deals with, it's the pelvic area, you know, it deals with intimacy and sexuality and things like that. You're an astrologer. That's cool. So then you know that we're in Libra season. And on the 21st, there's going to be a new moon in Libra as well. So I feel like this new moon is giving us a chance to balance out, you know, what we're feeling, how we see things in relationships, how much love we give. Because I feel like a lot of people who come to YouTube Tarot are overgivers or overfeelers, or you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you know there has to be a place in the amount of love that you give for self-worth, and for, you know, having that value, that sense of value that what I'm giving is going to be given back. But also, does this person deserve a seat at my table? Do these people deserve a seat at my table? Am I making space for myself at my own table? Or am I just in this pattern of repeat hurt and pain? Hi guys. I love this. So yes, let's balance out how much love we give, how much energy we give to people who could be deceitful. You can see it differently. Balancing, and this is all about relationships. This is how we deal with relationships, how we handle them. And then we have some self-worth here. So guys, how y'all doing? Okay, let's pull some tarot. But I love this so far. Healing the heart chakra, healing the third eye chakra, healing the sacral chakra, healing all the chakras. Let's get the tarot. What are you guys dealing with? I'd love to know what you guys are dealing with in the world. Wherever you are. All right. We don't have space for negativity. We don't have time for that, okay? We don't have time for tricksters. We don't have time to be overgiving right now. You know, we have to put ourselves on a pedestal. I feel like that's what that's saying there. Hello. Okay, what do we have? We have the devil. Oh, wow. The devil is coming out for the collective. How many of you guys out there read tarot and know what the devil means? So, a machine. This is a really unique deck. I shouldn't really show it because there's some nudity on here, so I won't show it. The devil can be lust. It can be the male gaze. It can be trauma bonds. It can be negative self-talk. It can be addiction. A machine perfectly engineered for enslavement. Some relationships, some of the things that we desire or that we want can feel like, can feel heavy, can feel like a trap, can feel like we're stuck, right? But also potentially the obsessive thoughts that come with these relationships that are a bit addictive, okay? So anyways, we have the devil. Let's see why that's there. I can't really show it because there's nudity. You swear you're trying? Yes. The thing about the devil card is that it's the number 6 in the tarot, which is the same number as the lovers. It represents beauty. The number 6 in numerology is beauty, and you know, it's God energy, and it is love. But sometimes we confuse lust for love, and sometimes we confuse addiction, being addicted to somebody or being addicted to getting their love. We think this chemistry and this addiction and this dopamine that we feel is a real connection, is a lasting connection. 4 of Wands. Yes, but this is something that we need to overcome to have victory. 4 of Wands, a celebration, a homecoming. You know, I usually just come on here and let you guys talk and pull cards and see what comes up. That is so funny. Someone said, I have a subscription to the Devil's Playground at this point. So in this day and age, when we're talking about relationships, there is so much lust. There is lust that is heavy in the air. And we have to overcome that if we want a victory. 4 of Wands, a celebration. But this is also home life. A joyous celebration of homecoming. You know, we don't want the devil in our house. We don't want to invite the devil in our house, right? We might have done that in the past. And that devil is a trickster. We feed the devil We give them energy, you know, and the devil in this sense is just desire, it's just lust, it's just being addicted to the wrong person, being addicted to the dopamine, right? But that's not gonna bring happiness in our home. So let's not invite the devil into our home. Let's not do that. So at this point, we're just resisting temptation. Let's see what else comes out. So we have to resist temptation at all costs. Oh my God, listen. The trickster. The first card out was the trickster, you guys. And the tarot is literally reminding me. The Seven of Swords. How many of you guys out here read tarot? We have the trickster energy, the devil, which I can't show because there's nudity. Okay, we have the devil. We have trickery. And we have the Seven of Swords. What's this guy doing in the Seven of Swords? The Seven of Swords is a monster here, and what it says on this card, it says, he stole weapons from the invaders, but was it justice? You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing all is fair in love and war. Have you guys ever heard that saying, that all is fair in love and war? So I feel like there's some mind games going on in the collective right now. Some of us could be dealing with people who play games, play mind games, people who are in it to win it. You know, and the thing is that, like, people don't really show up as their true selves when you first meet someone, because they're trying to get you addicted to them. They're trying to get you to do what they want. So there is a lot of this trickster energy out there in the dating pool, or just in the world right now, you know, Seven of Swords energy. But this is also that avoidant energy. So some of us could have been dealing with avoidance or trickster type energy, right? I love how this is a color green, and it's just the same. There's a lot of green going on here. You see how this dragon is green, and like this monster here who's stealing the weapons so that the invaders can't hurt them. This is also, I'm picking up on the energy of hurt people. So that's like, I ended things before you could because I don't want to get hurt. That's that energy too. That's like that, the runner chaser, the cat and the mouse. There are a lot of tricksters. Yeah, but this is an energy that we want to invite in our home. It's not going to land in a happy ending. And, you know, we kind of have to pull the wool over, what is that saying? We have to take off the veil, you know, remove the blindfold. We have to see the truth of the matter and let that sink in and try and, it's almost like, you know, how when you are dating someone and you really like them and their true colors comes out, you know, you see that they're lying, you see that they're avoidant, you see that they've been really hurt or something like that. And you have to be honest with yourself. Like, man, I was really starting to like this person, but I'm just seeing all these red flags and, you know, I don't know what to do about it. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on here. Because there's this thing with the Seven of Swords, that's self-sabotage. So if you're the type to self-sabotage in a relationship, then this is for you, okay? We can't be doing that anymore. There's no time to self-sabotage by getting attached to the wrong people. All right. I see your true colors shining through. I'm not great at singing, but that's, what is that, Cyndi Lauper? You guys can listen to that. I see your true colors. You can't hide your true colors for very long, right? If someone's a trickster, you're eventually going to find out. People will tell you who they are with their actions. Words and faces and words can be very, very deceiving, but behavior never lies. The cards don't lie. Let's see if we got something new here. Something good coming out. We have the World card. Now this is coming out because we're headed towards the end of the year. And the World card is the last card of the tarot. It's a good energy to be in because it's like a fresh start. And I feel like a lot of you, this is your past. Like, there's a lot of landmines in my past. There are a lot of tricksters in my past because I was naive and I ignored the red flags, or I thought I could fix someone, or I thought that they were just lying to impress me, you know? Or, you know, I thought their avoidant attachment could be cured. This runner chaser. But this is a new chapter in our lives, collective, because next year, 2026, is the year number 10. We are, if you guys don't know, if you don't know about numerology, if you don't follow that, 2025 is the year number 9, and it's the end in the tarot. So the world card's coming out to say that we're done with that. We can't be fooled anymore. We won't be fooled anymore. We're not going to sabotage ourselves with the devil or with the tricksters. All right, right around the corner, the end of the year, a lot of people could be making New Year's resolutions about the type of relationships and the type of behavior that they're going to accept. I don't want to accept that anymore. The world card. Let's see, why is the world card coming out? We want something new. We want to... But also, there could be like a celebration. Ooh, okay, there it is again. It's the Ten of Swords. I told you. That's the end. And I'm hearing the song from REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like a lot of you guys have been burned. See this Ten of Swords? The Ten of Swords. It says, he went looking for a better life and found annihilation. Yeah, that's right. If you were with somebody who was an avoidant, who was a liar, who was a trickster, right? Just maybe it was the wrong type of person for you. Maybe you were just interested in them because they were attractive or there was chemistry. I don't feel like these people are necessarily doing well in their lives. Okay, the Ten of Swords. You could have been betrayed. With the World and the Ten of Swords, it's giving, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to do that again. So, I'm not doing that again. So, what's good that's coming in? I feel like next year could be the year where you guys develop some confidence here. Because we have the Queen of Wands coming out. The Queen of Wands is very witchy. I love the Queen of Wands. It's Sagittarius energy. But it's also this energy of I will not be messed with. Because when the Queen of Wands is in reverse, this is big B energy, if you know what I mean. This is the type of person who will destroy you if they get hurt. So I'm not recommending to be vengeful here. What I'm saying is having the confidence to cut things out early. Having the confidence to know what is worth your time and what isn't. Your Saggy energy. Listen, my mom's a double Saggy. She's got Saggy Sun, Saggy Rising. And if people mess with her, you don't want to be on the other side. Nope. I've seen her when she's angry. She's not to be messed with. So what I'm saying here is that I feel like a lot of you guys, could be developing confidence and the ability and the self-worth to walk away from things sooner before it gets to this Ten of Swords energy, right? Potentially. So I love that. This is like confidence. Some of you guys could be working on your looks as well. And I'm just feeling like I'm not going to be in this victim mindset anymore. I'm not going to cry over someone who hurt me anymore because they're not worth the tears. They're not worth the tears. Not at all. So we're starting a new chapter where we have more confidence, where we're stepping into this witchy Queen of Wands. Don't mess with me. I will leave. And then we have the Ten of Wands. I'm not afraid to do it alone. That's what I'm seeing here, the Ten of Wands. This is more fire energy. And that's kind of the energy that you have to be in order to not be deceived, in order to not be tricked into things. You have to be in this energy of that Miley Cyrus song, I Can Buy Myself Flowers. That's kind of the energy you have to be in. Okay? But I do feel like, and this has been coming out a lot actually, especially if you have Saggy placements. Like, I do it a lot. Like, I like this energy of feeling overburdened or overworked. So, Three of Wands. We have the Three of Wands energy. I love that. I feel like with the Three of Wands here, this is just saying that there's something better out there for me. So, I feel like a lot of you guys could be having this realization that there are better people, better jobs, better life circumstances out there for you. Hey, Reaction King, haven't seen you in a while. Three of Wands, there's something better out there for me, and I'm looking for it, and I'm waiting for it, and I'm having faith, and I'm having confidence in my abilities to do better. So, and that can be, and I feel like this is kind of overarching, meaning in like a lot of areas of your life, you could be trying to upgrade. Haven't seen you, duh. Yeah. So, this is a life upgrade, you guys. Oh, I haven't stopped living. I've been living a lot, you guys. A lot. But yeah, I'm not doing the free readings on here anymore. So, Three of Wands, waiting. But let's see what I'm going to do for you guys now. This is a collective reading, but let's get the feelings. We'll get their feeling. I know you guys love to hear about their feelings. Whoa. So, only for those, if you have a good relationship. I'm not pulling cards for the trickster. If there is a trickster amongst you, you guys know what you need to do. So, all right. Let's see. Let's see what's coming out for the collective. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Yay. Yeah, freebies. No, I don't do the freebies. Feel free to email me for private readings. Okay, so let's see. For the collective. Think of a person on your mind. Hi, my name is Jacob. Hi. Bob Dylan. Hi, guys. Feel free to put it in the comments what you guys are going through. Okay, so we have a King of Pentacles energy. Listen, you guys, I feel like a lot of people are in this King of Pentacles energy. And what does that mean? That means that coin is more important right now than love. I feel like that's just how the collective's been, and I've been feeling that way for a while. So you guys could be feeling that yourselves or the people that you're talking to. Congrats on here. That's funny. King of Pentacles. Money is what I'm thinking of. I've got money on my mind. You guys know that song? How does it go? Mind on my money, money on my mind. The Fool in reverse. I'm not taking any more risks. That's what the Fool says. The Fool in reverse. It says, I stepped into the unknown. Is it genius or is it something I can't say on here? Pregnancy. Oh, wow. Well, definitely why you're thinking about your money. And the Fool in reverse. Now, with the first card that came out, Trickster, the Fool in reverse can sometimes be somebody who's a cockeyed optimist, somebody who plays the fool. Some of you guys could have played the fool in the past and are now afraid to get into a new relationship because you don't want to play the fool again. Nimala, I'm not doing the free questions anymore. If you want a private reading, you can email me. Okay, so there's this energy of I don't want to take a leap of faith anymore. There's also this energy of I don't want to play the fool anymore, but also don't be foolish, okay? If there's somebody who you know you can't trust, then we have a Ten of Cups. We're thinking about happy family here. I love this energy because, and this actually, the Ten of Cups has been coming out a lot in all the readings I've been doing. It says family, home, and happiness, the wave of the future. So I feel like a lot of you guys are out here like, I'm afraid to take a risk because I have a family to provide for, or I only want to surround myself with people who got my back like that. That's the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is, the King of the Pentacles is the King of the resources. It's like I have a lot of people to provide for. I don't have time to play this. You've seen 777 too many times. It's Bob Dylan's birthday? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to the Libras out there. I have a family to provide for, or, I'm only interested in someone who wants to grow with me. I'm not taking any more risks. Two of Pentacles comes out when we're in between two realities. In this deck, that's what that means. So, and I was saying this. It says, trapped between two realities, can she keep her balance? And this can happen when you're like in this limbo phase of ascension, where there are still people who you're entertaining who you maybe know that you shouldn't, but you're about to level up here. And once you level up, that's when this 10 of Cups comes in. That's when the happiness comes in, because you don't have time. Like, I'm not going to risk the Fool in reverse. I'm not going to risk what I have, the happiness that I've worked hard to build, or the family that I'm trying to provide for some lower dimensional beings. Some of you guys have been dealing with reptilians. You guys know what reptilians are? Yes, 777 is the money number. So a lot of you guys have been dealing with shapeshifters, reptilians, people whose character is just lie, cheat, and steal. And now you don't have time to play games. You don't want to play the Fool anymore. You have a family to provide for. You only have time for something that's going to add value to your life. And this is also this energy of coming out of people pleasing. If you're a people pleaser, I feel like this is not the time for that. So you could be ending people pleasing. And some of you guys are working your butts off as well with the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. It could be a time where you guys are working a lot, or that's where your main focus is, your family and your money. What is this entire thing? We're just doing a collective vibe check, guys. The Hierophant. I feel like there's a commitment. Some of you guys could actually be committed here. I don't know. I'm seeing the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups. That's like married with children energy. So some of you guys could have, you know, marriage in your future, or that's what you're trying to create. I see that a lot. Like, it comes out as our hopes and fears that are comes out with our desires and our hopes. Happy family, committed relationship, traditional values here. You love the reptilian? That's hilarious. But I feel like there's still this sense of hope. I feel like a lot of you guys could be hopeless romantics, and I feel like you get really disappointed when you invest in someone and you find out they're a reptilian, or they're a liar, or they're a trickster, or there's people out there who will future fake. And I don't know if you guys know what future fake is, but that's like, it's like love bombing, but on speed. Like, let's get married and have children, and next thing you know, they're ghosting you. So that's future faking. Bob Dylan says my video is breaking up. Is it breaking up? King of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. So, but I feel like there's a level up here. A lot of you guys have learned a lot of valuable lessons out there when it comes to what is going to provide for you, what isn't. So, yeah, leveling up. There's like a collective level up that's happening. And there could be a few lessons out there for you guys, especially if you're in a people-pleasing mentality. There's this energy of like, I'm leveling up. I'm not going to people-please anymore. I'm putting myself first. If it's not adding value to me, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to entertain the tricksters or the reptilians. Oh, okay. You're not able to understand anything. We're just pulling collective energy. Reptilian only girl comes to mind when songs get played. Because we had a dragon. We had a dragon, and we have an alien with a gun, you guys. Those are the cards that were coming out for collective love. When I say the collective, that's all the signs. And it's just like general. Oh, so we have the Queen of Cups. Now, I love this Queen of Cups. A lot of you guys who come to tarot are very psychic or intuitive. The Queen of Cups is a psychic, is an intuitive, is very like in touch with their emotions. But the thing about the Queen of Cups is that when the Queen of Cups is in reverse, she can actually end up being somebody who gets taken advantage of, or who ends up, you know, being abused or something like that, because, you know, the Queen of Cups has this huge heart this huge capacity for love and is very emotional, but has a hard time putting out their boundaries. So if that's you, I feel you. Okay, Queen of Cups, learn to have, not to stop loving the way that you do, but be more discerning as to who you can love and who you can give that attention and that energy to. I don't know, logic first. I had a card come out and it fell on the floor. That was the Nine of Wands. How many of you guys read tarot? I would love to know how many of you guys read tarot. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. This is my alien deck. So there's a lot of aliens. Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands. And you see it? I love this deck. It's so funny. It's so funny. It says, cornered by a slithering horde on the Eon, old plains of Northon. Does he have a secret weapon? Because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And the thing about the Nine of Wands is, like, this is somebody who's almost always prepared to get hurt. No tarot, just looking for hope. Oh, thank you. Bowser Records. Sudeshna. Yeah. One question is $5. So Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This is somebody who's been hurt time and time again. But there is one more obstacle, one more lesson, one more difficult period of time, or one more character flaw that you have to overcome here. So, and when I see that with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands, in order to open my heart back up again after something difficult that I've been through, after having been hurt, after having been cheated on, lied to, whatever, I now have to learn to be able to trust people again with my heart, because I know when I am in a relationship, like I said, if you guys are the Queen of Cups, if you're like that in relationships, very loving, very emotional, in touch with your emotions, you put up with a lot, then that's going to create this energy of, I need to guard myself, I need to protect myself, and anybody who comes in is going to have a hard time with me because I am guarded. I have a hard time trusting people now. I have a hard time putting down my sword, putting down my wand, and accepting people into my life. So that's what I'm kind of picking up on here. So Reaction King, what's the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands together then? Let me know. If you guys read comments, let me know. I would love to hear it. Okay, yay. So let's see what this Nine of Wands is here. But I feel like the Nine of Wands is coming out because a lot of people are now learning how to have more confidence, how to have more self-worth, put themselves first. Some of you guys are psychics or intuitives. We have the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. Listen, I'm telling you out here, even though a lot of you could have trust issues, could have been burned a lot, could have been maybe too trusting in the past, I think that there is a part of you that knows when people are not good for you. But the thing is, it's like, at least potentially in the past, you could be learning this lesson. And I've done this before. I've seen red flags. I've known better, but still risked it because I was either in denial of what the person was bringing to the table, or I'm just too tired to fight with someone who I know is not worth my time. So a lot of you guys have to start learning to listen to yourself when it comes to relationships. And if you're feeling in the beginning like, I'm feeling defensive right away, that's something that you need to pay attention to. And this goes for all relationships. This isn't just romantic. This is work relationships. This is family members. This is friends. Like, when I'm around this person, I feel like I'm constantly defending myself or something like that. So a lot of you guys are super, super psychic and super intuitive. I'm sorry to hear that. So learn to trust yourself more, because I feel like you guys have valuable insight. And if you're, it's something to look at if you're constantly feeling like you have to defend yourself around someone, or if you're constantly feeling guarded around someone. There could be a reason for that. Your guides or your intuition or your higher self could be trying to tell you something. But I also feel like a lot of you guys know that you have to be more discerning. Also, potentially, that you show up a little guarded at times. So to know when, am I feeling guarded because I have trust issues? Or am I feeling guarded or defensive, or like there's some fight in me around people because I know that that I can't trust them? So it's really important to learn to tell the difference between when your intuition is telling you somebody doesn't have good intentions, or when you're being tested. I can let my guard down with this person. It's okay to love, right? So that's a very difficult and hard lesson to have to learn, but it's important. Okay. Yes. All right, let's see. Let's see what's coming in for the collective in November. I'm going to get a collective prediction vibe check. Prediction vibe check. Prediction vibe check. Oh! Okay. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, I feel like in November, let me see. We're going to be going through a retrograde in November, you guys. There's going to be a Mercury retrograde in November. So that's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's see, why the Six of Wands. Ooh, some of you guys could hear from someone that you haven't talked to in a long time in November, because we have the Six of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy. So you could hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. Also, things could feel stuck that month because we have that retrograde energy. See if there's anything good happening for the collective in November. Ah! Yes, Ace of Wands. Wow. So there's going to be a new sense of inspiration for a lot of the signs in November. Ace of Wands. So let's see what that's about. So some of you guys, if you've been feeling down in the dumps, or if you've been feeling like things aren't going your way with the Six of Wands in reverse. So the Six of Wands in reverse is like, I'm not getting the attention or the recognition that I deserve. There could be an opportunity that opens up. Even though we still have retrograde, that doesn't mean that things won't, that everything's going to be in limbo. Some things will still come through. So what's this Ace of Wands about? What's the Ace of Wands about? Oh. Wow. So I said it before, the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. The Seven of Wands is fighting for your convictions, and then we have the Nine of Wands. Interesting. I feel like some of you guys, there is something here about the Nine of Wands. There is something here coming in for you that is going to be a trigger. So you guys, some of you guys could get triggered in November. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like this is a part of your level up. Why the Nine of Wands? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yes. So somebody here who wasn't collaborating with you, I feel like there could be a new source of inspiration or new communication in November from somebody who wasn't collaborating for you, or potentially in your job as well. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Listen, something that you've been waiting on could come through in November. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, even though you're not having the victory that you want now, the glow up that you want now, don't give up, because Ace of Pentacles in reverse is like, that thing is still coming. That recognition is still coming. That money is still coming. Whatever you've been working for, if it's love, if it's a passion, if it's your career, You're going to be having a breakthrough in November. Hey guys, yes, you can ask something, but I'm not doing free questions. Ugh. All right, I'm probably going to get on out of here. I'm feeling tired. I've been on for 40 minutes just doing the collective energy. Oh. How are you guys doing out there? What are you guys working on? I feel like some of you guys are, if you were trying to get a new job or a promotion or something like that, it could come through in November. Also, I mean, obviously because it's retrograde, some of you guys could hear from someone. It could finally happen in November, and you'll have to use your discernment whether or not to give them attention. Because the Six of Wands in reverse, it's like that thing that victory that I was waiting to have. And I'm being kind of general because, you know, that can be anything. Like the Six of Wands in reverse, or the Six of Wands in the upright, is victory, leadership. It's related to like being a celebrity. So if you weren't getting attention, if you weren't getting recognition, if you were just struggling, if you were, you know, there was someone you were fighting with, I don't know, there's going to be a breakthrough in November. So it looking pretty good. I'm probably going to get off here, you guys, because I've been on for 41 minutes. I'm tired. COVID-25, is that a thing? I don't want to go through another pandemic. I really don't. I don't. It's not fun. How many of you guys had furlough during COVID? I got furloughed. I was working. I had a job in 2019, and I got furloughed. But that's one of those situations, for me, that was one of those situations where I got a better job. The pandemic was crazy, and I ended up getting a better job out of it. So, yes. Stay on for an hour? I feel like you guys are sick of me already. Yeah, I don't know. Who are you guys connecting with? Are you guys connecting with reptilian, lower vibrational beings? Because that's what I'm picking up on your reading, and I don't like it. Some of you guys, the reptilian, will be back in November. Yes, blessings. I mean, you always have to see things as a blessing, because if you don't, then you'll just kind of be stuck in a limbo or misery. It's all because, you know, that card that came out, perception, it's all the story that you tell yourself. And that's true for anything. It's all the story that you tell yourself at the end of the day. So, and I have to try and remind myself when I wake up in the mornings to not be negative, to not be in a bad mood, because then it's going to ruin your day. Especially if you're the type of person who normally is hard on themselves. You have to give yourself a big hug and forgive yourself. So, and yeah, tell yourself a different story. As soon as you get up in the morning, give yourself some kind of compliment. Or, you know, do like a little gratitude affirmation in the morning. Not everybody has time to do that. I know what it's like when you have to rush off to a job and you don't have time to get up and do a meditation or a prayer or, you know, 50 minutes of a workout. We don't have time to do that. And that's real. It's not realistic. But what you can do is just change your thoughts. That's something simple. Well, it's not easy to keep going, but it's a simple thing. Hi, Rezia. I don't do the free readings on here anymore, but you can email me for a private, for a paid private reading. Those are the best kind of readings to get because it's all about you and your situation. But I'm sure whatever it is that's on your heart, Rezia, you probably already have the answers. Tarot is a mirror for your deepest truths. And it can sometimes be very triggering when I do personal private readings, because it talks about very deep topics, things that you're not always ready to confront. And yeah. Oh, that's fun. There's a lot of food insecurity right now because groceries are expensive. How many of you guys are tired of going to the grocery store? I know, if you live in the United States, you probably know the frustration with inflation at the grocery store and the price of eggs and all that stuff. So I feel like that's what I've been seeing in a lot of the readings, is that I have to think about how I'm gonna survive. I have to think about how I'm gonna pay my bills. I don't have time to, I don't have the energy to go on dates with people who are gonna waste my time, or, you know, because it's expensive to go out to eat. Because a lot of the times when you go on a date, or, you know, when you go out with your friends, that's money. And you know, we have to think about that. How can we afford even to go on dates? Oh, reptilians are being starved? Well, I sure hope so. No, I have to talk about reptilians because, you know, the tarot readings that are dissing your ex, it's a lot of those people are reptilians. And it's just not even, you have to keep yourself safe from that type of energy because it will absolutely drain you. You ever know where you're hanging out with that one friend or that one person who you didn't really do much with them, but when you get home, you're just like exhausted and you're just depleted? And sometimes that's because your social battery is drained, but other times that's because somebody was energetically trying to steal your energy. Some people are a lot, like, also potentially that they're just being fake with you, and you know that you're like being psychically attacked because somebody's trying to get something from you, or sometimes it's just your energy that they want. Especially if you're an empath or if you're a psychic and you're around a part, so pay attention to your body during being around someone, but also after. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Also, how do you feel while you're interacting with someone? How do you feel after? Do you kind of feel like you have to like take a nap? That's not a good sign. There are a lot of people who are energy thieves, and that's something that you have to just be real about. Like, oh my God, listen, if I have to hang out with this person in another hour, I'm probably going to fall asleep because they're draining all of my energy. Yes, I've had narcissists especially. And I'm not talking about this person was a jerk to me, so they're a narcissist. No, I'm talking about real narcissistic abuse, reptilians, lower dimensional beings who are literally siphoning your life force energy. You gotta stop. Yeah, I like my peace too. So that's why it's super important to really listen to your gut, really listen to your body and how you're feeling when you're around people and after. That's going to tell you everything, because people aren't going to be telling you the truth. That's not how it works when we interact with people, when we're dating people. They're putting on a mask. They're putting on the best version of themselves, but they can only keep that up for so long. I say that all the time. Yeah, you'll see someone's true colors eventually. You just have to believe it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I think that collectively people, empaths and intuits, are changing how they interact with people. We're becoming collectively more awakened to the way the world is and to the type of people out there. Most people aren't, I don't like being negative and saying this. Most people are probably not worth your time. And it's important. Any dating coach out there worth listening to will tell you breakups are so important, and we need to learn to cut off people who are not going to grow with us sooner before we get too attached. It's like a safety mechanism. And that's why it's not really good to be, it's not a good generation to be an empath, to be somebody who's romantic, to be somebody who puts up with a lot, who is a giver. This is not a good generation to be that way, you know, because you will learn the harsh lessons. But I'm not saying to stop being that way. Just be more discerning with the type of people. I'm from the United States. Trinity's ex-hubby. Yes, I'm single. I've been single a long time because I've been meeting a lot of snakes and reptilians. And only because my upbringing was very chaotic. So I had a chaotic upbringing. And so I'm definitely, that's why I talk a lot about breaking generational curses, because I had to do that myself. But I wasn't the first person to break generational curses in my family. My mother was. She did it. Oh, I don't, you know what? Trinity, perfume is, I don't know if you know this, but perfume is bad for you. And it's made from, you can look this up. Most perfumes are made from this chemical that's found in whale's stomach. So if you buy perfume, you're probably wearing chemicals from a whale's intestines, from a whale's. Cologne too, yes. Yes, it is. Is that pee-pee? Yes. You can, like, I had somebody from my past who was not good for me tell me this, and it's 100% true. So all those celebrities who are trying to sell you, like Natalie Portman, all these celebrities trying to sell you expensive perfume, it's just pretty packaging for whale vomit or something from inside the whale's stomach. I have no idea. Kiliper, where are you from? Yeah, you can look it up, you guys. That's why I've never liked perfume, because it has alcohol in it, and to me, I don't like how it smells. But you know what I do like? I really like musk oil. I don't know what musk oil is made of, but I do like that stuff. You said from your heart. That's funny. I like that one. That's a good line. I'm going to use it. Funny story. Did you know that we don't love from our heart, that we love from our brain? Because when you meet someone and you're attracted to them, or you feel the tingles, that's your brain releasing chemicals. It's dopamine, and there's some other chemical that's released. It's called the love drug. But I mean, you might have heart palpitations. Your heart might start pounding, but that's just a stress and anxiety and adrenaline that you're experiencing from the dopamine, and I forget what the other drug is. But love is really just drugs, brain chemistry seeping into your body when you feel that run, because you're not thinking straight. Your brain has basically got you high, and you're high on dopamine and this other drug, which I keep forgetting what the name of the chemical that's released in your brain when you like someone. Musk oil is made from Elon Musk's musk. That's funny. It's not, but I love it. So any kind of scent that I might want to use is going to be some kind of essential oil or oil. I don't like perfume. Oh, thanks. You're in Uganda? I've never been there. I'm from the United States. Yeah, so love is just dopamine. Love is just a drug. And we have to keep our mind about us. And for when it comes to relationships, the long-term ones are usually the boring relationships. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and I heard a tarot reader one time say that lasting long-term love is like eating oatmeal over eating pizza. And it's true though. Trinity's ex-husband. That's hilarious. It was kind of immature that, like, I don't want to be mean because you're trying to say nice things. Let's be nice though. Don't fight in the comments. Let's be nice to each other. It's a Monday. I feel like a lot of you guys are maybe working. Hi guys. I see people from Uganda. I see people from India. That's pretty cool. Love it. I don't know what to say about that. You think the metric system is interesting to learn? Okay. I have no idea. I don't know anything else because, I mean, I've been to other countries, but I've never learned any other system. But yeah, the metric system, that's a good point. Guys, come on. Let's not talk about each other's age. Let's be nice. Melbourne, Australia. As long as you guys aren't slinging words. We have the moon card. I love this card. What do you guys think? It's like, you know what this is? This is like the moon landing. How many of you guys heard that the first time that we went to the moon and that it was televised, that was fake? How many of you guys have heard that they faked the moon landing? We are on the moon right now. There are a lot of spaceships out there on the moon. I feel like Americans have been to the moon. Even if the moon landing was faked, the real one that was televised, there's a movie out there with Scarlett Johansson, I think it is, and that whole movie talks about how the moon landing was fake. But now I think that we actually have been to the moon. Whether or not the first moon landing was fake, we have been to the moon since. I'm going to have to put you guys both in a timeout because I don't like it. Yeah, I know, Trinity. Don't be mean. I'm going to have to put you in a timeout. Come on, guys. Let's be nice. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. The moon landing. How many of you guys think the moon landing was fake? Okay, you need to get out of here. This is why I don't do lives as much, because you guys don't know how to act in the comments. Be nice. He says I'm from Morocco. Yeah, I don't know. How many of you guys think the moon landing was fake? Kenya, that's cool. This is Cancer energy, by the way, with the moon landing. Because we've got the crab on here, and then we got the moon. So this is Pisces and Cancer. I don't know. I think that the moon landing was real. I don't think it was fake, but we've definitely been to the moon. We've definitely actually been to the moon. So ever since the first moon landing. What else are you guys doing? I probably get off here because I've been on for about an hour, and I can only deal with so many trolls. You guys are crazy out there. Crazy out there in the comments. Oh. All right, you guys. I'm probably going to end this live now. Thank you for coming out and chilling with me. Not sure what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I might be doing sign readings. So I'll probably be doing sign readings for November, so look out for that. I hope you guys are having a blessed Monday, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.